What's going on? Welcome to third and a little meeting with Braylon and a couple and Joseph Tenney in the damn roundtable chat. I appreciate y'all for waiting. We want to go ahead and we want to get into this Brian Gaine situation with what he's talking about. What's going on, Eric? What's going on with it? What's going on with y'all? I'm gonna wait for a few more of y'all get in here before we go ahead and discuss this contract talk about Jadeveon Clowney because I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. I really feel like he's playing games right now at this point, but I'm waiting on a few of y'all to come ahead and get on up in here. Mm. I don't know if it's sending out notifications or whatever. What's going on, man? What's going on with it? What's going on? Y'all hit that like button. I see this shit starting to hit the damn. We're going down. I said, but man, that's what I want to get into, Kenneth. That's what I'm gonna get into, but I'm gonna wait for a few more of y'all to go ahead and get on up in here, man, because I'm not feeling the shit. Yeah, the notification game. Yeah. What's going on, Demarcus? What's going on? I'm not feeling this shit. I'm really not feeling it. I feel like this man playing games. Why would you even come out and open your big fat fucking mouth on Tuesday or Monday when we get to the Greenbrier just to switch it up 2 days later because the media is talking to you? Rigo, what's going on with it, big homie? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come on in, man, so we can discuss this Clowney contract situation and does it bode well for the Houston Texans going down, over the next few seasons. I know JD is calm about it. I know that he's still gonna go ahead. He in camp right now. He doing what he got to do. He probably feel like what, fuck it, I owe it to him, to go ahead because they sticking by me. You know what I'm saying, to go ahead and do what I got to do. So I think that's his logic. But in terms of Brian Gaine, I honestly think he just milking this fucking situation, man. And I don't like it. I don't like people that open their mouth like, and then you want to come out a couple of days later, you want to switch it up. I don't like that shit. We do have the we do have the, yeah, I know that. If we tag him, I think his tag is gonna be between 18 and 20 million for that season. So, and I'm not so sure that we're gonna end up using the franchise tag because he's talking like how Rick Smith used to talk. I mean, I was pro Rick Smith, but he's saying some things like Rick Smith would say, talking about it's our policy, it's my policy, and this and that. Yeah, he talking about, yeah, he was a priority, and we're doing our due diligence to get the deal done, and this and that. Why are you lying to the fans? Like, why are you lying to your players? Because you already showing your players that you a bullshit ass nigga. Like, you want to sit here and you want to say, oh, but now we're gonna call it off. We're gonna wait. Now I just said all this shit a couple days, but you know what? Disregard that shit. We'll just wait till the end of the season, and I don't like that shit. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come on in here, man. Hopkins stated that he's underrated and even hates how he sees players like AB in front of him. Though even though he knows he's better, shit, that shit would fuck with anybody. Didn't he say his priority was, yeah? That's what he said, but we know that shit. But we all know that shit ain't true now because it hit NFL Network. It's hitting all kind of shit. That shit all over Instagram. And it's absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That this man is opening his mouth talking about shit that ain't true. Then why are you in the state of conducting business if you're not gonna conduct business? You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to me. But you know, how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all feel that this man is really playing a slippery slope? You know what I'm saying? By fucking with Jadeveon Clowney, even though Jadeveon Clowney being real nice, because he can literally put us in a position just like Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald are doing they respective teams. And if Jadeveon Clowney did that same shit to us, do you know what kind of hole we would be in on the defense? Do you know what kind of trouble we would be in on defense if this man don't show up? What's going on, Jason? Yeah, I seen your DM the other day, man. Shit, shout out, man. I saw you had hit me up, man. Yeah, shit. You know how they do. If we do resign him, okay, and he's gonna have Watt and Mercy with him, so he's bound to have a better year and a bigger contract. I think JD will have a better year since he's playing for a contract. Um, if we lose Clowney next year, bye bye Brian Gaine. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Don't play with that man's money. And I feel the same way, man, because he been patient. Jadeveon Clowney been patient. He getting 12 million this year, so he really don't have nothing to harp about. And I think he looking at it like this: okay, it don't matter if I get a new contract this year or next year anyway. It's not gonna come into effect till next year anyway. So why would you not want your new money to roll over? On top of the damn, on top, it's gonna roll over into next year. More than likely, your contract is gonna be front loaded, and why not get that bonus? That signing bonus and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't like he was gonna get that this year. He's gonna get all of that money next year. The longer he wait, the bigger the contract. Exactly. And if this man come out and he having a phenomenal season, say like by the bye week, for some reason he got like 8 to 10 sacks already. Say like before our bye week, because our bye week ain't until like week 10 or week 11. Say if we're in a situation like where we anywhere between 8 to I'm gonna say 12 sacks, and the rest of the season just looks like a cakewalk, and he's playing much better in all of the bigger games. What is that really saying, and what message are we really saying to the rest of the Houston Texans franchise underneath Brian Gaine? Because that's an honest question that we're gonna end up having to ask ourselves. And I was just in a conference call with Braylon and Joseph Tinney, and we were just having a talk about Brian Gaine. And this is one of the major reasons why I wasn't high on him, and why I don't feel like, because they just tried to bring up the fact that we're going, and it's going, because he just sent me a list of the free agents that's coming out next year, and it's deep as fuck. Like, it's way deeper than it is this year. But why am I to believe, with better players and him having more money when we were fifth and sixth in cap space this season, why am I to believe that Brian Gaine is going to do the right thing next year because he has more picks and he has more cap space? He had hellified cap space this year, and you had dudes that could be contributing to a team, because we are in right now mode right now with Deshaun Watson. Why are we wasting the years of J.J. Watt and guys like that just to wait for years prior to bolster the roster in free agency and in the draft? You should do everything you can each year on a year-to-year basis to make sure you do everything you can to bolster your roster. Oh, my Instagram is third coast underscore 5100. I mean, well, it's third. Well, no, yeah, no, it's third underscore coast underscore 5100. What happened? Kenneth Cologne message was deleted. What what message was deleted? I couldn't even see it. What is Kenneth Cologne saying? Huh? What the hell happened? I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what's going on. Yes, you tripping? Yeah, because I'm like, he didn't even say anything wrong. They're just cautious about Clowney giving him a contract after. Yeah, yeah, I see you, Elijah Turner. I'm gonna accept you when this video over, because I don't want to cut the stream off. I ain't delete nothing. NFL, NBA 715. Okay. Yeah, I see. I'm starting to get like follow requests and shit on Instagram. Yeah, I ain't delete nothing. No, 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 no. It says that Wise had deleted it. Some comment, and y'all hit that like button, man. We got 8 people in here, and only 5 people like the shit. We need to even that shit all the way up. Yeah, but I'm not. I can understand. You know, it- Jadavian Clowney. I mean, we can't even compare situations in terms of what Watt, because Watt was still performing when he first got his contract. You know what I'm saying? So we can't even say the same thing, because Jadeveon Clowney is doing everything in his power to make sure that he's healthy. He's making sure he's performing on the field, and he's getting better on a yearly basis. And I feel bad for the fucking Chargers too. This is 2 years in a row. Yeah, he being way too nice. I'm glad, because honestly, if he was not on this team and this was for somebody else, like you see Khalil Mack, and because Khalil Mack know his work for the Raiders, they say he ain't even talked to fucking John Gruden yet. Like you didn't been he didn't John Gruden done been the head coach for what, like 5 months now, and they haven't even talked yet, which is fucking ridiculous. And y'all hit that like button, man. I ain't delete nothing. Yeah, yeah. Jason Verrett going down, like he just tore his ACL in fucking training camp last year. Now he done tore his damn Achilles. That's just, it's just bad news for him right now, man. Dudes like that, I see how dudes like that, they get become real tentative, and they, you know what I'm saying, and they just start doubting themselves and shit like that. They just start thinking they injury prone and that they can't do this and they can't do that. And pretty soon, motherfuckers like that retire. I mean, I know he's still collecting the paycheck, which is still cool. He get to enjoy his family. But he got a rehab. He gonna have a whole lot of hard days ahead of him, and he gonna have a lot of self doubt, and that shit can't feel good. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him because I don't like the way that that situation is panning out for the Chargers. But honestly, even with him and Hunter Henry being down, even before really realizing that they even injured now, I still got them winning that division. I still got them winning that division. I still think they're gonna end up being 10-6. I'll probably end up getting the season preview videos ready all next week, and probably on the weekend I'm gonna start dropping season previews and going division, giving my breakdowns of the rosters and what I think the records for these teams are gonna end up being. That's thoughts okay. Kevin balling out. I mean, Kevin balling out in 7-on-7. I mean, you can honestly, it's a good thing. If he making some plays because corners, quarterbacks, and receivers are the only ones who really benefit playing 7-on-7 anyway. But if he making some plays, just keep the shit up. I mean, do the shit in the game. I mean, he should be making plays against these guys. I mean, he plays them. He plays against them all the time. So it should be no excuse here and there that he should be able to make plays against Will Fuller, DeAndre Hopkins. But and who did he make the play against? Because honestly, if he didn't make it against Fuller or Hopkins, I'm not even impressed. Covering well and made a leaping interception. That's what's up. If he's just closing on the ball, and if he's got his mechanics and he's able to get his head around, then I'll be cool with that because that's a problem he's had in years prior. Even when Romeo Cornell was here, he always had those type of mechanical issues. So if he's gotten those things under, it was on Hop, I believe. Okay, well, great play. I need to see this. Matter of fact, put that in the Insta chat. You know what I'm saying? And I'll check that out once I get through with this stream. Because I'm probably gonna stream this probably for another 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna move on to my next video because I had two videos today that I was gonna end up doing because I was kind of late going into this video because I was on the phone with Braylon and Tenny in this chat, and more dudes are going to start dropping like flies. It always happens like that, Kenneth. That shit always happens, man. And Elijah, you right, man. I mean, you just tired. I'm just tired of seeing dudes go down like for some bullshit. Like I'm so sick of that. Like non-contact injuries and this and that. You just like a non-contact injury. Like I honestly didn't start hearing about non-contact injuries until like 4 or 5 years ago. Like how the fuck is the motherfucker? I think the first real legitimate non-contact injury I saw was week 4 in 2011 when fucking Andre Johnson caught that damn pass across the middle on that crossing route, and he was beating the hell out of the secondary, and he just stopped out of nowhere and grabbed the back of his damn hamstring, and he was writhing in pain and rolling. You like what the fuck happened? Like you know what I'm saying? And luckily we still went 10-6 to go and then to go do what we did in the playoffs. So it was a great season for us. But that's the first real non-contact injury that I can remember with seeing with my own eyes. Before that, I really don't remember any. Yeah, you remember that 2011 game when we was beating the shit. I feel so sorry for Big Ben Roethlisberger that game. Mario Williams and everybody was all over that nigga in that game. Yeah, Andre Johnson when he had hurt it. You remember when he hurt his right hamstring, and he was killing the league at that point in time. I think he had by that time he had already had like 3 touchdowns because we had just played the Saints and a couple of other teams. He already had like what 300-400 yards at that point in time, so he was like leading the league in a few stats that season. And then he had only ended up with like 400 some yards. What's going on, Jay? Hey, y'all getting notifications and shit like that? Pritchard, Marcus Peters isn't a free agent. Thoughts on possibility of signing Marcus Peters next year? Yeah, Yeah, Braylon just sent me a thing, and trust me, if I'd have saw that name, we'd have definitely been talking about that when we was just in our little phone call. Man, Braylon got a list. Anthony Barr's a free agent. Uh, there's so many big names for guys who gonna end up being free agents next year. But I'm probably gonna end up making a separate video to that because me, Braylon, and Tenny were having a little conversation about it, and both of them were pretty much in disagreement with me in terms of the way that Brian Gaine is doing shit and what they think he's doing. But I'm probably end up making that video. We'll probably discuss that tonight on the roundtable at the 7 o'clock show because I honestly think that's a platform where we all need to talk about that, and we really need to see like is Brian Gaine really the wave of the future? Yeah, Ronald Darby, Landon Collins. I know Anthony Barr is one of them. I want to say Nigel Bradham, somebody like that. There are articles saying Vince Young's Texas Longhorn was better than. No, I wouldn't agree with that. I love that Texas team, but that Vince Young led team was nowhere near the 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003 Hurricanes. At that point in time, like the late 90s to time, nobody could see the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes at that point in time was better than a lot of NFL teams. Like they would have waxed the fuck out of the 2002 Texans, the 2003 Texans. You know what I'm saying? They'd have waxed them easy. They would have waxed the Jacksonville Jaguars before last year. They would wax a few teams right now, like with the talent that they had back then when they had Santana Moss and Sean Taylor, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, all of these guys, what's the fucking dude name? Jeremy Shockey, and all of them guys, yeah, and we ain't even talking about Ed Reed and shit like that. Landon Jones with the Giants, and they have no cap too, especially. Yeah, Landon Collins could easily be sold up with just a franchise tag. They could if any player that they have leaving, I don't see them letting him go, at all. I honestly believe if he don't get no major contract, he gonna get that franchise slacked on him real quick. If he accept it, maybe he won't. But we're gonna end up seeing, and that's a conversation that we definitely gonna be on top of, next off season to see where these dudes end up and who Brian Gaine is willing to go because they think I'm jumping the gun a little bit right now by saying that I don't think with more cap space and more draft picks that Brian Gaine is really gonna do nothing. And the only reason why I'm saying this shit right now, and I'm probably ahead of the curve before everybody else, is because he had the fifth most cap space this year and still didn't do shit. He had more than enough draft picks in the third round to still get more quality picks than he didn't. So I mean, his draft stock, in terms of the guys that he was drafting, just didn't make no sense to me, and it didn't make sense to the rest of the round table. So I don't know why dudes is acting surprised now. Landon and Badger. Yeah, I mean it is gonna be cool. But another thing that he also posed is that if we don't get Jadeveon Clowney signed up, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up having to because I see no way that he could be able to stay the GM of this football team if you letting talent like that walk away. Like we've never like you cannot. It's no option in life. Like the only way that he doesn't get a contract is if like if he's on a season. I can't even say even if he gets injured because you still have the option to be able to come back and still be stronger than you were before injury. So I honestly can't even say if he gets injured he shouldn't get resigned because that'll be bullshit. You get small injuries throughout the season anyway. If we don't resign Clown, do you see a 2, 3 stars coming in? I don't know, man. Now, under Brian Gaine, I mean, how can anybody even ask that question out loudly? I mean, he had a situation to do that with money. He was freeing up money. He was doing this, moving money around, and we still only brought in one real quality free agent. Well, a big name free agent that everybody respects around the league, and that's the Honey Badger. I know, the Arizona Cardinals were trying to shit on it, because he left them and they still wanted to keep him, but they had to act like and tell other fan bases when Arizona fans act like other fan bases ain't fans of players on the Arizona Cardinals, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like Cardinals fans was doing everything to bash that pick because they was just mad they couldn't get him for that price, and they knew it because they didn't deserve that. And at the end of the day, they had just gave him a contract like a year or two prior, and now you already got him on a steal in the third round when y'all got him. But now you want to complain. And he wasn't even injured last year. He played all the games last year. That's the trip part. He finishes the season, but yet you want him to take a pay cut. It made no sense to me. It made absolutely no sense whatsoever. But it is what it is. Um, if he gets on and we pay him less money, now he's still gonna get an exorbitant amount of money. Don't think that just because he's still young, he ain't even 25 yet. He just turned 24 years old. So don't believe that. Don't believe that hype. This might be a reach, but let's say Khalil Mack does not sign an extension with the Raiders and um, his free agents and JJ gets hurt. We release him or trade. Is it possible to get Mack? Man, I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. I will tell you what. If that was to happen, and for some reason we were able to have Khalil Mack and Jadeveon Clowney on the same team together, um, Brian Gaine would be the GM of the century. No other GM would be able to say that they pulled off a pass rush that lethal. Um, it's crazy. Um, Kenneth Cologne is going to possibly be get OT first, corner, and DL second. We got two twos. Yeah, we got two twos next year. Yeah. Watt doesn't need to be cut. If he gets injured, that should be obligated to take a pay cut. I'm sorry, David Pritchard. I love you, but he get injured again. He need to be cut. That traded shit, I don't see it. Because people are sitting back watching. They love JJ Watt just like we do, but I don't see nobody coming out of their pocket, to just pay big money to sign JJ Watt. Guy's not taking pay cut. He needs to be traded or cut. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This gonna backfire. Clowney gonna end up unhappy and wanting to leave and ask for a trade. Yeah, it's Rocky B. I understand that, and I'm pretty much on board, man. Because you don't want to play with dudes like this. Because they was doing this shit last year. They was doing this shit last year with fucking They was doing this shit last year with fucking the year before with Hopkins, and none of us felt good about that deal until it actually happened and it was official. Because when Hopkins finally got his deal, every Texas fan was like, "Who, Jesus?" And that's what we gonna do when Jadeveon Clowney gets his fucking contract. We gonna, "Who," because at the end of the day, we gonna have to see it before we believe it. I think this franchise has everything to prove when it comes to the fan base and putting on a good show and making sure that they proving themselves to assimilate and get the best roster that they possibly can and win football games. They have everything to prove. Clowney is happy. ATM. Yeah, Clowney happy. I mean, he's still getting 12 million this season. Any money, even if he was to get a new deal, like I said in the season, if y'all didn't hear me earlier when I said it. Okay, even if he was to get paid right now, he wouldn't see that money until next year when it rolls over and when he gets his signing bonus and all that shit anyway. So he was still gonna get 12 million regardless this season. That's already it is what it is. If he gets fut, I'm fine as long as he retires as a Texan. Oh, he ain't retiring, and he going to some other team. You can if you don't be one of them naive fans, Elijah. He ain't. He's gonna play. If he leave here, I guarantee you, he going straight to Green Bay. Or he going to the Patriots. You can bank on that. Bank on that. If he went to any other team in the division, I would be surprised because they trash. And he know they trash, so why would he want to play for trash just to get back at the Texans? I hate motherfuckers like that. You go to a worse team in the division just to try to think you getting some payback against the team you just left. Motherfuckers like that are lame to me. I know, I feel you, Wink, but they won't cut Watt knowing how Houston will react. So what? Shit, they know how we gonna react when we cut dudes. You think these dudes give a fuck about your opinion? These dudes don't give a fuck about your opinion or how fans feel. Do you really think because if they did shit and they cared about how fans feel, then they would have made these drafts? They would have went and got all these dudes. And trust me, Like, trust me, business is business. They don't give a fuck about the fans. If they gave a fuck about the fans, they wouldn't even have a job. This is business. This ain't got nothing to do. Business ain't got nothing to do with the fan base. And at the end of the day, when that wound healed, and it won't take long for that J.J. Watt wound to heal, because it didn't take long for Andre Johnson wound to heal. In the following season, you know why? Because somebody was there to take his place. So when somebody else comes and J.J. Watson take his place and put in the production that he had, who's gonna care? The only people who are truly gonna care about that move is the only fan if they only fans of J.J. Watt, not the Houston Texans. If you're just a J.J. Watt fan, then you're a fake fan anyway. Um, Fuck fans of the NFL. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like fuck everybody in the stream. I'm not saying like fuck fans, but at the end of the day, when it comes to business, the fans have nothing to do with business. Fans of the NFL will not like Watt being cut. That's not gonna matter, Rigo. Especially what he's done for the city. I wish people were gonna, but Texans aren't loyal. Shit. Well, the Texans fans aren't loyal anyway, and they weren't loyal even before when J.J. Watt is released, cut, or traded. I mean, it's just the way it is. Nobody was loyal to Matt Sharp when they showed up to his doorstep where his children sleep. But we a great fan base, right? We'll show up to your doorstep if you fuck up. Trust me, we got a lot of negative connotations that come with being a Houston fan. And Houston fans, honestly, a lot of Houston fans are fair weather fans anyway. You know how many Houston fans I know? There's Lakers fans, that's Patriots fans, that's Dallas Cowboys fans, that's man like. Y'all will be surprised at how many people in Houston don't support Houston sports. They know damn well this has been. Yeah, you're right. The crazy thing is, Clowney love it here and want to be a test like Brian Gaine better start about to start negative energy. He possibly could. I know he play. I know he play. I'm saying like Andre. I don't get that question. He would go to the Pats. Yeah, he definitely going to the Pats. Why would he? Why would he go to a lesser franchise when he can go play with a Hall of Fame quarterback and possibly win a Super Bowl? That's what I would do. We can friend that I would definitely go if I was JJ Watt and I left the Houston Texans, I would immediately call Bill Belichick. That's what I would do. That's just me personally. It's a bit yeah, business is business is business. Name DeAndre how I mean, how we gonna care, but we gonna move on. Yeah, we'll care. People gonna care, but you gonna move on with that shit real quick. People gonna yeah, loyal. Yeah, Houston ain't know that when they showed up to his house exactly. Watt needed to be traded. He is done. I mean, I was saying he needed to be traded, but I mean, he looking a little different. I'm willing to go ahead and give JJ another shot. You know what I'm saying? Not that I ever been against him. I've never been against JJ Watt ever in my life, but I need him to be somewhat of what he used to be. I think he spoiled us to a point to where we were so heavily relying on him, and he made all of it. He made his own stigma. So as fans, you can't help but want to see JJ where he was. And that's hey, if y'all didn't hit the like button yet, y'all go ahead and y'all hit that like button. My mom and dad, there are a lot of Texans and Spurs fans. Yeah, it's a lot of Spurs fans. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of them, man. Oh, so many different fans. You have no. I got a cousin I got a cousin who's a Dallas Cowboys fan when it comes to football, and she's a Laker fan when it comes to basketball. So this is in my own family. You know what I'm saying? So Houston people, I mean, they really they be all over the place. He needs to get 10 to 15 sacks. I agree. I agree. I agree. He's very capable. I'm watching my baby's daddy. What? What? There are so many new Lakers fans now. I mean, Lakers fans are fair weather fans too. Even from the celebrities, like it's a lot of people really don't support the Lakers until they popping or until they get like a top player all time and then they start winning games. You see now they got another generational talent playing for them, so now people can support the Lakers now because it brings a team. Yeah, it is a diverse city. Yeah, Houston is a diverse city, but being diverse really don't mean a damn thing when it comes to sports. Yeah. Yeah, man. But I mean, I see. I mean, it's a lot of good content. Y'all had a lot of good things to say, man. I'm not really just sold on it. I really want Brian Gaine to do the right thing. A lot of LeBron's fans are Lakers now. Yeah, I know. You know that's how they do, man. They hate LeBron until they join their team. That's how dudes do, man. You never seen that movie with Eddie Griffin and Anthony Anderson? Oh, My Baby's Daddy. Nah, I know what it is, but I never watched it though. I never watched it. Yeah, I never watched it. Yeah, but I'm gonna get ready to get close this show out because I'm getting ready to do another stream about another topic in a few minutes because I wanted to drop like 3 videos. And yeah, I'm going live like right after this. I'm gonna probably go ahead. If the time I probably had it pushed back because I was at work and I didn't know when the hell I was gonna get off, but we got off at work in time, and I had to push this video back just like an extra 15 minutes, and I was still like 4 minutes late. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in that video. Y'all make sure y'all. Matter of fact, uh, yeah, I'll speak on Atkins. Oh man, all the dialogues send me this damn video of Atkins right in my Instagram story. I can go ahead and talk about this right now. He sent me a play where Atkins like snagged on fucking Honey Badger, right? But like Honey Badger's like 5'9", and when I tell you this motherfucker Atkins is so slow, my nigga. Like all y'all who was talking about Atkins, this nigga is so slow, bro. Like, bro, Antonio Gates right now is faster than him. Jason Witten right now retired is faster than him. Shannon Sharp is faster than him. I got it sent to me on IG. When I tell you this motherfucker, oh my god, he's slow than a bitch. Like he's slow than a motherfucker, bro. Do not believe the hype or what y'all thought y'all saw at UCL. Oh my goodness, I'm sending this shit to the round table. I'm sending this to everybody. Yeah. I know you sent it to the Insta chat. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna post it to my story. So for anybody that's following me on Instagram, I'm gonna post it to my Instagram story. If y'all want to follow me, and I'll probably try to find a way to see if I can share it on Twitter or something like that. Yeah, y'all want to follow me on Instagram? Follow me at third uh 3RD underscore coast underscore 5100. Man, this nigga is super slow. Now it was a great catch he made, but he had inside. He had him beat on the. He had him kind of beat. Yes, way faster, way faster. Shannon Sharp at 50 years old right now is faster than fucking a 26-year-old Jordan Akins. Yes, he is so slow. Yeah, I just seen you come through, Jay. Trill J XO. I just seen you come through. Yeah, this motherfucker so slow. If y'all following Honcho on Soft Sports or y'all, yeah, there you go, right there, Berkeley boss. Yeah, you just did me some due diligence, bro. He only caught it because of his size. Exactly, bro. If it wasn't for if this was anybody, if this was Sherman, it ain't no way he make that pay. It ain't no. Now he'll probably be able to snag on somebody like that every now and then, but he don't need to get used to that. And this was a one-on-one matchup with nobody around to even help break up the pass. So you got to think about those situations too. But his release horrible. His route that he ran wasn't even that good. And his fucking speed and acceleration, oh my god. Like he is slow as fuck, bro. He's slow than a motherfucker. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring this video to a close so that I can go ahead and hop in the next video. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Third Coast Sports TV. I'm your host Wink, and I'm out.